Is the EcoBoost nightmare actually over for 2027? Or did Ford just make it more complicated? I have been working on Ford turbocharged engines for over 20 years. A significant change hit the 3.5-liter EcoBoost for 2026 that has been almost completely ignored in the truck media. The 2027 is a confirmed carryover, and the cam phaser failure mode that drove CSP21 and 03 has not been addressed for either year. Here is the honest account of what changed, what did not, and which F-150 engine is quietly building the reliability record the EcoBoost has been promising since 2011. What actually changed for 2026? The 2026 F-150 with the 3.5-liter EcoBoost lost 18 horsepower. That is the headline number. The 3.5-liter that made 400 horsepower in 2025 makes 382 in 2026. Ford has not issued a formal explanation, but the reason is documented: the introduction of a gasoline particulate filter, a GPF, to the 3.5-liter EcoBoost exhaust system. The same technology Ford already applied to the 2025 Maverick's 2.0-liter EcoBoost is now on the F-150's flagship turbocharged engine. Here is where it gets interesting. The GPF is a filter installed in the exhaust stream that captures fine particulate matter from combustion, the soot that direct injection engines produce in meaningful quantities. California's CARB regulations, adopted by 17 states plus DC, required manufacturers to address particulate emissions beginning with the 2026 model year. Ford is the first full-size truck manufacturer to implement this. As of spring 2026, GM, Ram, and Toyota have confirmed their turbocharged truck engines will not carry GPFs for 2026. Ford moved first. The GPF adds a component that requires periodic regeneration, a process where the engine runs a higher temperature exhaust cycle to burn off accumulated soot. Ford says the regen process is seamless and invisible to the driver. That is what Ford said about DPF regeneration on diesel trucks before owners started finding out what happens when DPF systems clog, require forced regens, and need replacement at $1,000 to $3,000 on high-mileage trucks. The GPF is not diesel, DPF technology. Fine particulate from gasoline combustion behaves differently than diesel soot. The long-term reliability profile of a GPF-equipped gasoline EcoBoost in truck duty cycles is genuinely unknown, because these are the first trucks that have ever run this technology at scale. The 2026 3.5-liter EcoBoost is a first-year application, and it gets worse. The cam phaser failure mode that drove CSP21 and 03, the program Ford used to cover phaser replacements on 2017 to 2023 3.5-liter EcoBoosts, has not been formally addressed for 2026 production. The program expired January 1, 2023. The 2026 engine inherits the same variable cam timing architecture as its predecessors. There is no announced design change to the cam phaser system. There is no new coverage program. The 18 horsepower reduction from the GPF is real. The cam phaser exposure is unchanged. What the 2027 actually is, the 2027 F-150 is a carryover model. Every current preview source, including Cars Direct's April 2026 model preview, confirms that the 2027 F-150 is expected to offer the same engines as the current model. No new EcoBoost, no redesigned cam phaser system, no announced changes to the 3.5 liters fundamental architecture. The GPF that debuted on the 2026 3.5 liter will carry forward into 2027 because it is now a regulatory requirement, not an engineering choice Ford can walk back. This is where most people get it completely wrong. The channels publishing Ford just ended the EcoBoost nightmare content are describing an event that has not happened. The EcoBoost nightmare, the 14% major engine problem rate by 150,000 miles, the expired cam phaser coverage, the $3,200 to $6,200 timing jobs that surfaced when CSP21N03 ran out, is unchanged for 2026 and 2027. What changed is that Ford added a new emissions component with an unknown long-term reliability profile on top of an existing architecture that still carries documented failure rates. The all-new F-150 that Ford was planning for 2026 was pushed back to 2027 due to economic uncertainty. The 2027 may bring meaningful changes to the EcoBoost. Those changes have not been announced, confirmed, or shown in production testing. The 2027 F-150 reveal is expected in fall 2026. Until that happens, every headline about the EcoBoost nightmare ending is speculation or clickbait dressed as reporting, the engine quietly solving its problems. Stay with me, because while the 3.5 liters cam phaser story has not changed, one engine in the F-150 lineup has been building a track record that deserves more attention than it gets. The 5.0-liter Coyote V8 in the 2021 through 2025 F-150 now has 4 years of ownership data at scale. The major engine problem rate past 200,000 miles remains under 3%. The cam phaser failure rate on a properly maintained Coyote remains under 1% past 200,000 miles. There is no expired coverage program because there has been no coverage program, because the documented failure mode that warranted one has not materialized at the same rate as on the 3.5-liter. I had a 2017 5.0 Coyote come through last month at 194,000 miles. Original engine. Owner had run it on 5,000-mile oil change intervals with full synthetic since new. He was in for a valve cover reseal, a gasket, $400, and a coolant flush. That engine had never been opened. It pulled strong on the lift. That is the Coyote's track record at scale. The 2026 GPF does not affect the 5.0-liter. The Coyote continues in 2026 and 2027 with no GPF requirement, no cam phaser coverage program that needs to be renewed, and no 18 horsepower reduction. It makes 400 horsepower as it has since 2018. It does not carry the first-year GPF uncertainty, and it does not have the 14% major problem rate that makes the phrase EcoBoost nightmare accurate in the first place. How to shop the 2026 and 2027 F-150 right now. But don't stop there, because the shopping advice changes significantly depending on whether you're buying new or used. If you are buying new 2026 or 2027, the 3.5-liter EcoBoost remains the highest output option at 382 horsepower and 13,500 pounds of tow capacity. Buy it if those numbers matter for your use case. Get the extended warranty. Run 5,000-mile oil change intervals on full synthetic. Change the transmission fluid at 50,000 miles regardless of what the manual says. Those are the habits that protect a 3.5-liter over a real ownership window. If you are buying a new 2026 or 2027 F-150 and you want the most reliable engine in the lineup with the longest proven track record, the 5.0-liter Coyote V8. Under 3% major problem rate past 200,000 miles, no GPF, no cam phaser coverage program, no 18 horsepower reduction for regulatory compliance. More power than you need to tow anything under 12,800 pounds. If you are buying used and you are looking at 2017 to 2023.5-liter EcoBoost trucks, the cam phaser program expired January 2023. Any cold start rattle on a used 3.5-liter in that vintage is the owner's problem, fully, with no recourse to Ford. Know that before you offer a price. The EcoBoost nightmare is not over. The 2027 F-150 may change that. When it arrives, when it is actually confirmed, when there is production hardware to evaluate rather than speculation about an announced reveal. Until then, the engine that has actually earned the reliability reputation the EcoBoost has been promising is the one with the naturally aspirated V8 badge, the under 3% failure rate, and no gasoline particulate filter adding first-year uncertainty to an already complex architecture.